Well, we're back, and
God knows.
this time we're just gonna talk about our base likes and dislikes of anime. Fuck!
How'd that not give you the kill?
I have no idea, but now it wasted a lot of time. So now I'm not gonna get nearly as much.
You wasted a lot of...
It's...
No, because you would have only lost that one guy, so that's not the end of the world. Yeah. Likes, but we look for when we watch an anime.
Yeah, I mean, it's from the stuff that I really like. It's honestly, it's actually quite clear what I like and what I don't like about anime, and it's mostly that I like a long-running series, well, not long-running series, a longish, like 25 to 75 episodes, somewhere in that area, where every episode kind of matters to the overall arc of the story, and where it kind of, there's a lot of questioning, there's a lot of questions that you ask, and a lot of,
oh shit,
the
you
story...
missed actually out on these.
What?
You could have got those that 4-pack,
yeah.
which would have given you a ton of EXP.
Oh well.
Oh,
Screw
well. Yeah.
I mean, it's very clear, because, I mean, what are my top favorite animes? They are Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Death Note, Attack on Titan. Now I'm watching Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night. I'm really enjoying those. Neuro, which is kind of like that, but it definitely is a much weirder premise than anything else I've done. But it's just, that's really what those are just the animes that I really, really love. Oh, I'm supposed to sneak behind him, aren't I?
Yeah.
Not in the front. Like a fool.
There you go.
But yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for, and it's pretty clear. I can recognize the awesome parts in other animes, but then I also recognize that it's just not my kind of thing. Like, I know Chris is gonna bitch at me for this, but Kill la Kill came out recently. It's
fucker.
Very stylized. It's more of a comedic anime. It knows exactly what it is. It's really over the top, and everything it does, everything is over exaggerated. And I watched the first 6 episodes, and I'm just like, I get it. I know exactly what you want to do.
Hold on. You
and I don't want to do it.
You did 69 damage, my friend. I'd like to point that out.
Thank you.
Anywho.
Yeah, I know exactly what it wants to do. I know exactly what it wants to be, and it's just not for me.
That's weird, because, like, see, everybody said Kill la Kill. That's the one you should watch. It's different. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fucking watch this. And when I started watching it, I was like, why'd you just jump? Not super jump.
Because I'm really bad at super jump.
And I started watching it, and as I watched it, I was like, this is funny as shit. Like, this anime is so over the goddamn top, it's ridiculous.
It is.
And the premise of
this is incredibly over the top.
So the premise of this anime is that this girl's dad dies, but he was creating basically armor or clothes that is infused with life line, or like the life fiber. This one that he creates that she ends up fusing with it's super powerful. It's the best one that he's ever made, which obviously is the fucking main hero. Of course she's gonna get it. But it's the anime style to it is so ridiculous. Like all of a sudden, like when the Phi-Ed teacher's talking, he's super giant, and you're like, holy shit, this is absolutely ridiculous. And when she decides to go go power up with her armor, she all of a sudden she has like no clothes, or tits are half hanging out. And
well, even after the new armors, their tits are half hanging out.
The funny thing about that though is that the other characters are like, "Oh my god, you look hot! Come stay with me!" And you're like, "Wow, that is ridiculous that this character is saying this. That you were kind of like taken back by." Yeah. And it does that regardless, because the thing about it is that, as you'll find, spoiler, you're not going to watch it, obviously. You don't like it. So I'm going to go into spoilers. All the people, the teachers and stuff that you think are bad guys are actually the good guys. And the teacher that's been kind of helping her, he's like the rebel leader who's fighting against these other students/teachers. And it turns out that they're all on the same team. They're trying to fight the student council president's mom.
Yeah.
She's like the big fucking head leader of it. And they end up teaming up at the end, which makes it kind of neat, but it's a different style. Like, it's dramatic. Like, there's colors flashing and shit all over, which, if you're not into that, I wouldn't recommend watching it. But if you want to watch something dumb that'll keep you entertained for 30 or 22 minutes, watch it. I like it. It kept me entertained for the 20 episodes that there were.
Yeah.
And
like I said, it knows exactly what it is and what it wants to be, and it's just not for me.
No? It's
like, there's another huge one that everyone loves. Well, two that are kind of by the same guy. Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, where I can recognize all the things that make this amazing, and it's just not for me.
Did you watch?
I watched all of Cowboy Bebop, and a while back I watched all of Samurai Champloo, where it's just, these are things that are mostly episodic, where every story is its complete arc, and for the most part there's very little character evolution, there's very little impact on the overarching story of the entire series. It's just that every episode is its own unique story, and I recognize that, especially a lot with Cowboy Bebop. Those stories are really, really good. The style is super awesome, the music is amazing, there's tons of references to everything in it. Like, apparently the guy who made it is like a huge into Western jazz and blues culture and stuff like that, and there's like tons of references
which you can
buried
get
out
based on the music and stuff that's playing in the background.
And even like the titles of every episode is a song that exists. It's just that in the end, when I watch those, I'm just like, I recognize that every single episode is fucking awesome to watch, but then as a series as a whole, it just kind of leaves me feeling empty. Yeah. Where it's just like, I want to see the characters evolve all the way through. I want to see the story progress of the entire arc of things. I want to see new characters come in and be awesome and not just be there for a single episode. And it's just those things that's what I really, really like. And I recognize the awesome points of the other ones, but they're just not for me.
Well, even like with the introduction of these new characters that aren't there just for one episode, I'd like to see them fulfill. Yeah. You know, like back to fucking Bleach, you introduce Orihime and Chad, who are cool characters within themselves, but they don't do anything. Like, their overall strength, they're weak as fuck. They don't mean anything. The only one that matters is Orihime, and she can turn back time, which we just recently talked about how that's just bullshit.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, you know, like, even if you go into different animes based on that, like Dragon Ball Z, when you meet Tien and Yamcha back in
Tien's
in
pretty
DB
cool.
in Dragon Ball,
Yamcha's a little
you're like,
but Tien's cool.
These guys are pretty cool, and they fucking suck.
Yep.
You meet Krillin in Dragon Ball, and you're like, he's pretty strong. But when you get to
fucking
Dragon Ball Z, he's fucking gay.
Yeah,
well, I shouldn't say that. He's annoying. he's bad. And you meet all these other characters, like, back to Dragon Ball Z, you meet Android 18. The nice robot who is absolutely horrible. He serves no point to any of the plot.
Pretty much.
Besides that he could self-destruct. It makes no sense. And these characters, I get that you're going to introduce these cool characters, but make them useful for more than 10 episodes? Like, I can see, like, maybe if you have, like, a 30 episode, like on, why don't we talk about, Claymore, where they introduce these other people who just don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, well, with Claymore, like, the first few episodes are just like, yeah, I kind of get the whole premise behind the main character and stuff like that. But then they go into the back arc of things. Shit, I totally forgot how to do this.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna jump that.
No, you can't. You have to follow the track.
I think you can jump some part. Anywho, but yeah, like on Claymore.
Claymore, they do a lot of cool things. Oops. They do a lot of cool things, but the coolest thing they did was going back and taking a look at Teresa, the character who kind of upraised the main character, Claire, and the whole story, and like she's like this incredible, powerful person, but then it was just like, okay, she was fighting off people that were there to kill her. One of them is about to turn into a massive monster, and it's just like, I don't want to turn into a monster. She's like, okay, I can grant that. I can kill you before it happens. But in the end, that's all that happens is she let her guard down, and now that thing is transformed enough to take over the mind. Then it's just like, oh, now you're dead.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh shit, and it's just like, yep, she's dead permanently. I'm like, permadeath is like really fucking interesting to me. I really like it when an anime can go into that sort of super intense shit. But then later on, they just don't use it to great effect.
No, they just stop utilizing it.
Claire just kind of stops progressing as a person. Her abilities get more powerful. She is just, for some reason, incredibly powerful just based on who she is, maybe because she has Teresa's blood in her and stuff like that.
Well, but that's kind of what they say, is that she's just strong based on the person who she got.
Yeah, and then it's just like, but the character herself never fucking evolves. She just always goes bluntly into everything and never learns, never fucking really cares about it. It's just like, there's no reason to really care about this character. She doesn't do anything extra. She doesn't learn. She's just blatant and dumb.
Yeah, and the problem too with that is it leaves it on a cliffhanger where you know that there was supposed to be a season 2 of that show,
which I think a manga still is going on,
but they didn't do it. You know?
Yeah, and
which I don't blame them. Obviously, it wasn't very popular.
I mean, the action's really cool. The action's really cool, but the story that backs it up is just not there.
It's not there.
It's
not in that
not,
anime.
Not good enough.
Yeah, for me, it's all about, does it keep me entertained? Even if it's dumb, did I enjoy watching the 30 episodes or 15 episodes? If I did, then you know what, I'll like it. Like, I just got done watching one. It's called The Devil's a Part-Timer.
Oh, and you actually watched that? I saw it and I'm just like, what? You should. Really weird.
It's dumb. It's dumb. You should watch it because they make funny references, like, instead of McDonald's, it's called MacRonald's, which it's funny because Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
And it's stupid.
So it's very
like
clear that they know exactly.
It knows what it's doing, but it entertains you. Mm-hmm. And then, like, when it's done, you're like, I wish there was another season of this. But like, the other thing, is it doesn't entertain me, and the second is, was I able to get into the story? Like, in the end, the art style and the story, and was it entertaining? Those are the only things that matter, truly. And even if it only has one of those things, I'll consider it decent.
Yeah.
Like, Bleach, the story was cool at the beginning.
Yeah.
The art style, not bad. It got better as it progressed, obviously, when it clearly made more money.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, like, a show that had crappy story but cool action would be like Yu Yu Hakusho. That one was cool, but the story was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
As long as it has one of the 3 key things for me, that I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I'll talk about it with you, and then we'll be like, well, it kind of sucked ass now that we talked about this, but
you can always pick out the things that you really like about something, and you can pick out the stuff that you don't really like about it.
Yeah, it's... Each episode, I watched Hellsing.
Oh yeah, I
Hellsing's
tried, but
okay.
I think I was watching the old version of it, and I'm just like,
you gotta watch it in
really
English.
showing its. Well, I think I was watching it in English dub, but it was like I think there are 2 versions of it. One that was made in like the 1980s, 70s, something like that, and one that came out in like
the
2000s.
new one looks good, and the story's okay.
The old
the
one,
action's cool, but it's like, even if it has those 3 things, like, I would sometimes even double bad. Like Hellsing, I'm like, this is cool. The main character all of a sudden dies in like episode 6, and you're like, the fuck is going on with this? And then all of a sudden in episode 8, they bring it back to life, and you're like, I don't get it. And then all they claim is that he's a vampire. That's the reason. And that, like, if you have a reason for doing things, cool. Yeah. But if you just claim it just based on this, it's not. Okay.
And like, it's kind of one thing that I've always kind of been annoyed with, and I think one of the worst culprits of it has to be an anime called Freezing.
Oh, yeah. The portal of cold freezing, you mean?
Well, it's soft. Well, not really softcore. I forget what the manga term for it is. Ecchi, I believe, where there is occasionally some nudity.
You mean every episode?
Well, no, not
if you want to see anime porn, watch fucking Freezing.
It's not. It really isn't, but there is very clear remarks towards nudity constantly through it.
If you watch it on Netflix, it's actually like the subcategory is called anime porn. It's weird. That's what they call it. It's like, I wouldn't consider it porn. Nobody's fucking, but there's tits in.
No, yeah, it's pretty common occurrence. But it's just, what it does is where it's just like, oh shit, like someone gets their arm chopped off, and it's just like, damn, that's fucking intense. And then 2 episodes later, they have their arm back with the excuse that they have their system or whatever, healing techniques or whatever that allows them to regenerate body parts. And it's just like, then the entire point of losing your arm loses all significance. Where it's just like, okay, you're out for the remainder of this battle, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all it means.
It's just like, then that really doesn't have that much of a point to it anymore.
And they have, like, there's a 2nd season of Freezing. I don't know if you've seen that. It's called, like, Freezing Zero or something?
Something like that.
It's on Netflix, I believe. And I was just like, I'm not watching this. Like, it was hard for me to watch the first one.
Yeah. I hate the whole, just the whole fake significance of some things that they prop up.
It's frustrating.
Really, really frustrating and annoying.
Like, if you're gonna make, like, it, for me, like, anime, like, permadeath's a big thing. Like,
yeah,
I was cool with it in Dragon Ball Z because they used these Dragon Balls that you can grant any wish, basically.
Yeah, I mean...
And they never actually utilized it to grant full fucking immortality or something, which I'm cool with. I mean, if they would have done that, I would have been like, fuck this show. I would have stopped a long time ago, but I sat through it.
Yeah, I mean... What was the one that kind of did it in the best light? Oh, it was a thing called... it was an anime called Gantz. Gantz. I actually fucking love it. I never watched the anime. I only read the manga. But it was really cool where the entire premise is that these characters died. Right before they die, they are taken, or I think they actually still die. But they get taken essentially to this different type of world.
Okay.
Or such, whatever you want to call it. And they're given a chance to possibly gain their life back by defeating aliens that are normally not seen by regular people's eyes. Like, they don't see them, but they do exist and they can destroy people.
So, this one, actually, hold on, go with me on this one. It sounds like Death Parade. I don't know if you've ever seen Death Parade, but the problem with... Okay, so this anime, 2 people die at the exact same moment, right?
Yeah.
And then they go in purgatory, basically, but you're in... You go down to, like, a bar, basically, and you have to play a game. And based on the game, there's arbitrators. So there's 2 or 3 people that are watching you play this game. Like, in episode 1, they play fucking darts. And wherever you throw the dart, like, if you throw it, like, on the board instead of, like, 10, 20, 30, blah, 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 right? Yeah. It's body parts and nerves. So if you throw it, say, in the neck, the other person feels a pain in their neck that you're playing against. So, and the whole reason of this game is to see how people react. And to see, like, if you're human and you're worthy of going to the afterlife and being reincarnated, say.
Yeah.
Or are you just dead? You're just done. And it's funny because it's like in real life where people show their true self when their life's on the line. Like from apparently what I've heard based on movies. Like if you're about to die, you see the real person. You know?
Yeah.
Either they're really genuine and caring, or they're fucking assholes. And in this movie, or in this show, in episode 1, I'm only going to tell you episode 1. Yeah. This couple dies at the same time. They die in a car accident. Okay? Spoilers. I don't care. They die in a car accident. They go to this game, and they know each other, and they're, you know, obviously.
Yeah.
And they play this game, and it kind of goes back into some past stories about what happened to these people before they died. And they talk about how this guy and the girl are hanging out and they're dating and they're getting married and they love each other, but it turns out that the girl's fucking cheating on him and she's an asshole. And when it comes down to it, all he needs to do is throw one more dart and he would win the game and she would basically die. And he doesn't throw it, so he becomes a genuinely good person. Yeah. Where she, like, tells him, she's like, oh, I fucking cheated on you, basically, and you're an, you know, blah, 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 all this stuff. Yep. And he loses it. And these arbitrators see this, and they grant him, basically, you going to be reincarnated and you're dead to the chick, because she's just a bitch. And when I seen that the first time, I was like, this is interesting. Like, this has me. And the problem with it is I haven't watched much more. I've only watched 4 episodes, and there's a reason for it. Is the season's not done. And it's only in Japanese. So I don't want to finish the season or watch the season and not finish it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to binge watch this show because it's interesting. And each episode, they don't only play like darts or something. They race each other in go-karts or something. They shoot pool. They play spin the bottle or something. It's different every episode. And it has me. Yeah. Because to me, I'm like, what the fuck happens when you die? Do you just go in the fucking hole and you're done? Yeah. Or do you play a game to become reincarnated, or are you dead? I don't fucking know. I'm not dead. I've never died. I've never come back. As far as I know. Yeah. Who knows? This has me intrigued. Yeah. And that is what kind of gets me.
Yeah. We're running out of time here. I'm pretty sure we're already over. But there is one thing, like I was talking about with Gantz, and then you went on your whole tirade of the other anime.
You need to watch.
Yeah, it does sound really interesting. I really want to watch it. But with Gantz, the whole thing is you have to defeat the aliens. Aliens are worth a point value. You get to 100% per 100 points, and you have like 1 of 3 options. You can resurrect yourself, forget all of this, and you're back in the normal world.
Exactly.
You can resurrect someone else that has died. In this same game, because the aliens will kill you.
So, like,
you can die permanently. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can bring someone back there, or you can use it to get a more powerful weapon for you to then continue to do this. So, because some people will just like this, like to be able to fight aliens. It's really cool. But in the end, like, a lot of the points are getting used to just bring people back to life. And then at one point, one of the people, like, straight up, he, like, is sacrificing himself to help to get the other team to defeat this one monster and stuff like that. And like right before he dies, he's just like, don't you fucking dare bring me back. Or otherwise this means nothing.
Interesting. He doesn't want to come back, but he did it for everyone else.
No, he didn't. That was a different character. You really have to read the manga. The manga is fucking amazing, but you gotta read it through. And I honestly think there's like not really any low point. That entire manga series, it's weird, but it is fucking amazing. But yeah, well, we've gone too long.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. I went on a tirade. That's my problem.
You did, and then I just wanted to get my last point across. But we'll probably talk more on anime later, seeing so we're both big fans.
Fucking jacked right now. Jacked.
All right.